Hi crafters, this is Crafty Sabby, and I'm back today to do week number 7 in our collage journal. So I'll just give you a quick recap on what we need this time around. So for week number 7, we're being asked to find something with a little bit of pink on it, a place, a piece of newspaper, a form or portion of one text other than English or your native language, and the bonus is an art scrap. So again, I've tried to pull all of these things together, and hopefully this goes a little more quickly than it has in the past. So I'm going to show you. I may or may not be cheating right now, so I don't. I just want to show you what happened. I came across this piece of scrapbooking paper, and in the center of it was this really pretty sort of pre-collaged piece of paper, and I really liked it, so I cut it out of here. And I can use that for something else, and I have it here, and I would like to sort of use it as I would like to put it in here like this. And now the problem then becomes that I don't have a lot of extra blank space for stuff, but I'm going to use some of the elements to sort of fill in the spots here. So let's say, for instance, let me see, I have a, what is this? This is a form or a portion of one. So I have this entire space that won't be covered, but I thought if I put that there in the corner, even with this in here, I could still see that, you know, the form or portion of is still peeking through. You can still see it there. And I kind of like that. And same with the newspaper. I thought, you know, I could put my newspaper up across the top and just sort of fill it in that way. So that's what I'm going to try to do this time. So I don't know if it's right or wrong, but that's what I'm going to do. And so yeah. So this is my form or portion of. So I think I'm going to just right away get to it and put that down in the corner here. Just going to put some glue on here. So I'm at the tail end of my long weekend. It was a May 2-4 weekend here. Had a day off today from work. It's Monday, so this weekend did not feel like I got any rest at all. I totally am tired like crazy. I just did, you know, gardening and all the things that needed to be done, you know, around the house. And, well, don't get me wrong. I'd rather be here doing that than, you know. So yeah, but I don't know about you guys, but when you have a lot of jobs to do like that, it just makes me so tired. Like it's 10:30. I'm ready for bed. Like, I'm super sleepy. But I thought, you know what? I'm gonna come down and try to get another page done here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, it's asking for a piece of newspaper. So I have this piece of newspaper. It's actually dated May 27th, 1987. So about 4 years ago. So it's the Toronto Star. So it's still one of our biggest newspapers here. And this is just an old piece that I had. I actually have the entire newspaper. Well, my mother-in-law had it and gave it to me. Not too sure why that date, but anyway, I loved the fact that I had it. And I may put this up here. Okay, so I might miss the, I'm gonna have to cut down the first part of it, but that's okay. I'll just cut that down. So my poor Charlie, my dog, basically followed me around the entire property all day today. And he's exhausted. He's in his bed right now, right beside me. And he didn't even flinch when I said his name. He's so tired. Just like me. So that goes there. I think I may have a little spot that is showing here. But I can put something there. Okay, let's get the newspaper down. Really enjoying the weather right now. We got our pool open. I think I told you all of this stuff already, but it's the same weekend, so that's why I'm gonna sound like a broken record. Yeah, so we got a lot of jobs done. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but all I wanted to do was craft this weekend, and this is like basically well, let's say it's 10:45. I said it was 10:30 when I came down, and that's what time I got to come down here today. I didn't make it at all earlier, which is kind of a bummer, but because other things need to be done. Okay, got this. I know I'm gonna have a little space here. Okay, so it's asking for something with a bit of pink on it. So the actual, this little layout that I want to use has a lot, actually has a lot of pink on it. It's got stamps here, all in pink, which is kind of a bonus, so that's already there. But I have this little tiny section that I need to cover up. Maybe I could use the pink along here. And then I have my art scrap I can put here. My text will probably go on here along with the place that I want to use. So let's see, maybe I'll put the pink across here. So I just want to show you this. My kids were actually, I don't know how it came up, but my kids were asking me if I had pen pals when I was young, and I did. I had several pen pals, and interestingly enough, I was looking in an old case that I had, and I came across, and this was just yesterday, and I came across all the old letters that we had written back and forth, my friends and I, and this was some of the stationery that I used. It's super pretty when I used to write them letters. But the funny thing about this is that I was, now I'm going to give away my age. I was probably 11 or 12 when I went to Florida and met the girls, and then we started being pen pals back and forth. And this was a stationery I used, and now I'm 48. So what I remember about this paper was that it smelled good. And ironically enough, the first thing I did when I pulled it out of that case was I smelled it, and I can still smell it. It still has this really nice smell to it, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it's funny how something just came back to me like that, and that's what I remember about it, that it smelled pretty, and it still kind of does. Anyways, so I think I'm going to use a piece of that going across the top there. Well, that was a long-winded story just to get to that. Yeah, and it had envelopes that went with it, and I love that. It brought back some memories, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to put that across there, so I need to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, do you understand that I told you that the mosquitoes are really bad? I'm in the house. I still feel like I have mosquitoes on me. I don't know why that is. Like, you feel like, you just think that they're on your legs or your feet or wherever. It's just driving me crazy. They weren't bad yesterday, but they were very pesky today, let me tell you. And I don't know why, because it was a little cooler today than it was yesterday. I don't get it. Oops. Did you all have pen pals when you were younger? Or do you have pen pals now? You know, I'm pretty sure that most people just email, text. Oh, nobody really writes anymore, which is really sad. But do any of you do it the old-fashioned way? Like, do you have friends that you still write to? That's great if you do. I think that's just fantastic. You know what? I think I needed to fill this little place. I think I'm just going to put that there anyways. Okay. Might as well use it up. I'll just put this here. All right. A little bit of something overhanging here. All right, so now this piece, what else do I have? See, I'm happy with that. That's cute to me because, like I said, it's not a lot, but it still shows like the elements that I needed. And I really like it. And there's not a lot here that I'm too worried about, so I think I'm just going to leave it. Now, do I cut this so that it fits? I think maybe I should. Okay, let me just cut this with my scissors. Because if I leave it and just glue it like that, it probably won't bend properly, and then you get all the waves and oh brother. So let me just cut this down. Yeah, so I don't know if this is right or wrong doing this, but I mean, I guess, you know, you could look at some of your scrapbook papers that you don't really use anymore and try to utilize them this way. Especially, you know, I find if you're not great at collaging, which I don't claim to be, I'm not. I don't think I've got this down by any, you know, stretch, but I'm trying and I'm having fun doing it. But this is kind of a good way because it's kind of, you know, not all done because you still need to find your elements, but pre-done like some of it. And pretty much think you could do what you want, right? After all, it is your project. And if it kind of goes with the theme of what you're doing, I don't see a problem. Now, so after I came across those letters, it just got me thinking about whatever really happened. I mean, because, you know, we stopped writing at some point. I don't really know when that was, but makes me wonder what happened to those girls. Well, they're going to be women now. You know, whatever happened to them. I guess there's something I could do about that. I could always look them up. Yeah, I met them, one of them anyways, or maybe both of them, I'm not too sure. But my parents took my sister and I to Florida. when we were about that age. I was about, I guess, 11 or 12. And yeah, and we met these girls at sort of the hotel that we were staying at. And all I remember is, well, obviously doing a lot of girl talking, but the swimming pool there had a really tall, or diving board high up, and I had never jumped off a diving board like that before. And but you meet someone new and you want to fit in. And I remember jumping off that diving board. But boy, we had lots of fun. We stayed at, in that pool and talking, and it was nice to meet someone new, someone different than you. Yeah, and we must have written each other for years and years. Yeah. Okay, I think that looks really cute. So I got my newspaper, I got the pink there, and I even have some there. What is that? A form or portion of. And so now we're missing, the bonus is an art scrap, which I did pull one out, a place, and then a text other than English or your native language. So I found text in another language. So it's in French, which is not, here in Canada well, I shouldn't say we, people speak obviously French or English. We're all taught French in school, but it's not my native language or anything like that. I'm Canadian and my background is Italian, but I can use that. And yeah, I wanted to put this. I think I'm actually going to cut it down because it's too much. So I'm just going to use a little small portion of it. It's really neat too. It came out of an old book and it's got the, where the clear tape, they had taped it there somewhere. So I'm just going to use a little piece because I might be able to use another piece at some other time. Because it's very hard for me to find, I don't know, I don't have a lot of books or things with, in other languages. It's kind of tough to find. And so almost every book I have, well, every book I have is in English. So yeah. So there's that. And then I have a little piece of, a little section of the map of Southern Ontario. So I'm from Ontario in Canada, and I don't know how well you can see that. There's Toronto right there. My exact location is not on here, but I'm going to be in this general area somewhere. So I thought that's a place. And then I also have, just sort of to accompany it, I have our Canadian flag. I think this might be too big for what I want. So I may just put, that there. And then for the bonus, I have an art scrap, and this is actually from a drawing from Leonardo da Vinci, and it's called The Flights of Birds, and I just thought it was neat. It was a nice little strip that I can probably just put on there, so that's what I think I'm going to use. I'm just going to tear this down. Like so. Okay. That kind of blends right in, doesn't it? I gotta be able to write my prompts somewhere too. I don't probably have to use the whole thing. Problem is I can't turn this on its side either, because then I could, Now maybe I could tuck that right in there. Okay, let's try that. Put this in the corner. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. This one is going super quick. I guess because I kind of had the whole, well, I had it planned out, but I had the whole sort of thing already done for me. I'm not saying that I would do this every time, but it helped. I just feel like I'm taking a super long time when I do these. And I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. But sometimes, you know, I just feel like, oh boy, I'm just taking a really long time. And then I guess the last few too weren't very satisfying for me. So the fact that I didn't care for it and then it just took so long, I don't know. But I'm not going to give up. I'm enjoying doing this very much, so I'm just going to keep going. Did I put that straight on there? I think I kind of like it straight. You know, not tilted to a side, to an angle there. Okay, let me just... This gluey glue pages. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put that on there. And my little Canada flag. So that's my place. That's my font, or not my font, my text. There's the art scrap, which is the bonus. Newspaper, a portion of a form, a bit of pink, and I think that's it. So I'm just now missing my number 7, which I have one in pink. I could use that. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this one over here. So I'm basically done with this one, other than I have to write down my prompts. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and write my prompts on here. I'm kind of happy with it like this. It's simple, and I don't think I need much more. Now when I look at it, I kind of think about traveling, and it took on that sort of theme, which I really like. But I also like the fact that the page isn't so bulky and heavy, like some of them are really thick, and but I like the fact that this one is not so bulky. So yeah, I actually think I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly write down my prompts here. So what do I say, week number, so we'll write down here, week number 6. No, that's wrong. Week number 7 is right there, duh. Okay. Week number 7. I'm tired. Something with a bit of pink. Something with a bit of pink. A place. In this case, it's a place I call home. A piece of newspaper. A form or portion of. Text. Other than English. I'm not going to write the rest of it because I already know. And bonus. Is an art scrap. There we go. Okay, and that's it. Oh, that was good. Quick, easy, fun. I love it. I love the way it turned out. That's it, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that one too. Maybe a little bit of, I don't know, maybe not really supposed to do that, but I like it just the same, and I like the elements that are on here. So that's it. Let me know what you thought, and let me know if you guys are still keeping up, or have you moved on? Are you still doing it, not doing it? Just let me know in the comments, okay? Hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe, and I don't even know if we talked about that, but yeah, I hope you guys are okay, and you know, just enjoying things where you're at and staying safe and taking care of one another. And that's it, you guys. So we'll be back really soon, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.